Hi friends, in each company there are models more or less successful in terms of price quality. I analyzed and in this video I collected the most successful Xiaomi smartphones, which really justify their price and which can be recommended for purchase, and also what nuances to pay attention to buying a smartphone from Xiaomi if you don't want to lose in your choice. You're on the Robo review channel. Let's start. And let's start from the cheapest to the most expensive. Cheapest company smartphones. They will be better than little known firms for the same money. Indeed, even in this segment, big name companies are trying to keep the brand up to $100. We have here a smartphone with a price of $80. It's Redmi 6A. This smartphone has excellent features for its price. IPS screen at 5.45 inches, a good battery of 3000 milliamps. A high performance processor for its price is the Helio A22, which allows you to play modern games on medium settings. The camera is 13 megapixels, which gives a pretty good quality. Even a separate tray for the SIM card is. And the main thing is a very functional and comfortable shell from Xiaomi. All official updates will be coming here, including the new MIUI 10, gesture control, unlocking in the face. Well, there are all the standard Xiaomi chips. I think a great choice for undemanding users, or those who want to save money, buy a smartphone as a gift to beloved ones, or a child. There are global versions, there are Asian ones. There is a memory for 2 to 16, 2 to 32, and 3 to 32 GB. Only on Aliexpress 3 to 32 GB. There is only an Asian version with global firmware. Global firmware with only 2 GB of RAM. Let's go to the list of our top smartphones. Redmi 6, a bit more expensive than Redmi 6A. They have the same screens. In general they are similar, but this is a slightly older model. There is a double main camera as a bonus to take photos with bokeh, plus there is a fingerprint scanner on the back, and a bit faster processor. In general, smartphones are similar, but if you need a little more functions, you can take them. Version 3 to 32 can be taken for $110 on average in China, but this makes no sense because the version 3 to 64 GB is not that much expensive if you take it already. Next, consider the Redmi S2. There is already more fancy iron, represented by Snapdragon 625, at least 2 to 32 GB of memory, and a good dual camera. Although the body is made of plastic, but the assembly is good. Like the screen, even though it's here HD+, not full HD. But the battery, as for its capacity, does not work badly. By the way, it's here at 3080 milliamperes, and the processor is also easy to work with. This is no longer ultra budgetary, but simply a budget from Xiaomi, and quite a normal smartphone for a higher price for today, about $129 for the version 3 to 32 GB. The price is quite good for this smartphone. For the same price, you can find Redmi 5 and Redmi 5 Plus. There is metal in the body. The performance is approximately the same as in Redmi S2. In Redmi 5 Plus, the screen is even full HD. The cameras are not double, and a little worse in quality photos and videos. But keep in mind that these smartphones are not very new, and buying them now is not my best idea. Further, Redmi Note 5 is still the current mid-range smartphone, which is also not new, but still very popular and purchased. There is already a more productive Snapdragon 636 processor, enough even for demanding games, also a light-sensitive good dual camera at 12 plus 5 megapixels, and a front one at 13 megapixels. No wonder it's so popular, because if you have not heard before, pay attention to this. Right after that, straight breathing in his back is Redmi Note 6 Pro. I will call it modified Redmi Note 5. The fact is that the filling here is very similar. The processors are the same, the camera modules too, but there are differences. In short, at least the basic camera modules are the same and the photos are taken approximately the same. Then the video is better in Redmi Note 6 Pro. Front camera a little better in the latter. He also has a slightly better screen for colors, as well as a different design with a protrusion that can be hidden, and of small beer. And if the budget allows, or when they are already aligned for the price, it is better to take Redmi Note 6 Pro. If you choose two of them, these two smartphones can be called my favorites for today. But in the case of Redmi Note 5, do not take global ROM smartphones now. This means that this Asian version of the smartphone is stitched to global firmware, something that Xiaomi is messing with the bootloaders now. It's better to overpay a little, and take exactly the global version. This is the nuance when buying. Pay attention when buying what it would be a global version, marked global. This is not only with this smartphone, but but in general, Xiaomi is better to overpay a little for the global version. You can find prices in the description. This is about $150 to $190 at the moment for these smartphones, depending on the amount of memory. Next, describe the level above average, the pre-flagships. And here we firmly sat down. Mi 8 Lite. This smartphone can be recommended to those who want a cool camera for reasonable money. There is still no NFC module, as in all previous models, but here is a good sensor of the main camera Sony IMX363 for 12 megapixels, and an auxiliary module for 5. The front camera is already 24 megapixels. I already see how girls take it as a selfie phone. The connector is already USB Type-C, that support fast charging. Excellent 6.26-inch screen. Snapdragon 660 processor will be smart. In general, a fresh, up-to-date smartphone that can be bought at a price ranging from $210 to $220 in China. Also, only if you are a fan of the standard Android and do not recognize the MIUI shell, you can pay attention at the Mi A2. Its strengths are the camera, the Snapdragon 660 processor. The weak side is the 2010 mAh autonomy and this processor, and there will be no miracle in autonomy. Now we got to the flagships. It's Mi 8 of course. Here you have a powerful Snapdragon processor 845, a very fast shell, and an AMOLED screen. If you are a fan of such, there is NFC as well. A dual camera of course, with 4-axis optical stabilization and support for artificial intelligence. With a good front camera of 20 megapixels. There is a global version of about $400 for 6-128 GB if you buy this version. Well, in my opinion, the most prudent choice for today among the flagships. You can even say in principle, not only among Xiaomi. Its is Mi Mix 2s. It became cheaper. In China, it costs $380 for version 6-128, and cheaper for $20 for the version 64 GB. There is the same top processor as the Mi 8, only the IPS screen, and as for me, it's very good. As well as other flagships dual main camera, which will please with cool pictures and high quality video. The front camera will be slightly worse than the Mi 8. It's 5 megapixels here and not in a very convenient place. Of course, fast wireless charging is supported. Mi 8 does not support it for reference. Also, you should be pleased with the frameless design, especially those who do not like the cutouts at the top of the screen, as it is now fashionable. Along with the design and more compact for 6 inches dimensions. The price has quite decreased after the release of Mi Mix 3. I will tell you what is real. For this price it's just a great option. But the black deficit is obvious. Here Xiaomi haven't taken into account a bit. This is in my opinion the most interesting smartphones from Xiaomi in terms of price and quality. If you have Xiaomi and it didn't get into this top, do not be discouraged. You rather write in the comments with model and what it is good for. If you got your smartphone, write about it too. Also tell us what you would take from this top, and why. It will be interesting to read. I wish you only a good choice. Remember that smartphones age almost as fast as new ones appear. It means that it's not the last top. So subscribe to the channel if you want to be aware of the best offers of Chinese smartphones in terms of price and quality. Robo Review has been with you, so watch our channel, friends. Subscribe bro and help me to find a new home.